Liberty Church in El Dorado, Arkansas, and we've installed the new TF5 digital console by Yamaha in the place of the PV analog console that was here. This console is actually replacing the PV console and the Mackie console that was in the broadcast booth, and we'll look at that in just a minute. We reduced the amount of equipment here on the counter down to the CD changer. We've removed the 2 dual cassette decks, and since we're left with just the CD changer and the console, we also eliminated the power distro. So over here we've got all of our wireless microphones still, and you've noticed that we moved the personal monitor systems, transmitters, in the rack with the wireless microphones. The reason that we've done that is because the Aviom systems are not compatible with digital consoles. They're kind of a bridge between the two, and instead there are actually apps. There's an app available so that you can mix for your wireless in-ears from your phone or iPad from the stage. If there's a for the drums or something like that, if there's a need for personal monitoring, we can add a Rolls, it's called a Rolls PM50. It's just a little headphone tap that sits on a stand and allows you to do the same thing, mix that auxiliary from your phone or iPad for that as well. On the console, we've got all of our wireless set up in the first 8 channels, and that corresponds with the number on the transmitters. We've got lapel 1 and 2, and then the other 6 wireless handhelds, and then the rest are stage connections, and the only one that we've identified at this point is the piano, so we've set that up. On our outputs over here on the side, we've got auxiliaries 1 through 8. Aux 1 is for the stage monitors. Aux 2 is for the personal monitor system that is on frequency 1, and 3 is the personal monitor system that's on frequency 2. And we're not using anything until we get down to number 8. Number 8 is our live stream output. So that is the output that's going to the live stream in the production booth. And you can see anytime that I select one of the outputs or turn the outputs on and off, that's our main mix. If I go to the live stream output, then that's the mix for our live stream output. If I go to the wedges, that's our mix presently for the wedges and for each output. So the way that we're controlling auxiliary 8 for the live stream from the production booth is we've installed an iPad Pro here in place of the Mackie console. The iPad Pro is connected wirelessly to the TF5, and you have full control of that mix on the iPad using the app. And so we'll get you set up with some headphones or studio monitors in here so that you can both hear and control the mix from here in the booth. Everything else is basically set up the same way, with the exception of all of the additional outboard audio equipment that we've removed because all of that processing is built into the console. We have the console, CD player, computer, and the wireless both wireless routers, the one for the house network and for the mixer network, all connected right here to this power strip surge suppressor. And so we can turn that on and off to power the system. You'll notice that there are 3 buttons, very simple interface, but there are 3 buttons on each channel strip. I've got my fader, I've got an on button, which takes the place of a mute button. If I can turn a channel off instead of actually muting it like some of the analog mixers. As long as that's lit up, then the channel is active and ready to go. The other one is just above it is a Q button. When I press the Q button, it sends just that. It's like a solo button. It sends just that through my headphones that I've connected over here, and this is the volume level for the headphones. So presently all I'm hearing is Brother Jim's microphone in my headphones. The neat thing about it is I can come over here to the main fader and press the Q button, and I can hear the entire mix through the headphones. Now if I go to the live stream here and click on the Q button on the mains, now I'm listening to the live stream only output. So that's kind of neat. The next button just above that is our select button. Whatever channel we select, the channel strip, you can see as I'm going through selecting, the channel, the touch screen in the middle becomes dedicated to that to that channel. So if I double click and I go into here, you can see that I am on input 19 here, but if I select 18, 17, so if I am editing the name and stuff like that, I don't have to go back out to the home screen. I can just select a new channel and make adjustments, select the next channel, make adjustments, and so on. So you can save all of your settings to a thumb drive. You'll plug in the thumb drive right here, the USB symbol. This one over here is for iPad, to play back from an iPad. And so be sure and plug it in over here. If I plug in a thumb drive over here and I hit the gear icon, it takes me to this page. I can hit Save Load, and if I have a thumb drive in, then these grayed out buttons will show up, and I can actually save and enter in the name of the file and things like that. And then if everything gets messed up, I can always go back to the gear icon, Save Load, and come to this page, find that file name, which I always recommend naming it the date or something like that, and then there's a comment section where you can fill in, mixer settings, whatever you want to do. And but I'll click on that and click Load, and it will change everything back to the way it was saved. Over here to the far right, we have all of our outputs. They're called auxiliaries on this board, much like the auxiliaries that's used for monitors on the analog console. But we've got auxiliary 1 is the output to the monitors on the stage, and then auxiliary 2 is in-ear 1, in-ear 2, which is, we've put those over here in the rack, and they're transmitting to the belt packs with the in-ear earbuds for monitors on the stage. And then right here, number 8 is the live stream, which is the feed that's going over here to the production booth. When I click on any of these, the entire console becomes dedicated to that output. You can see that my motorized faders move with each, when I select each output. To deselect this, just press it again, and I'm back at the main mix. In addition to all of the microphone inputs that we have here, we have 2 stereo channels up here just to the left of the touchscreen. The one on the left is the CD player, the one on the right is the audio from our projector from the presentation computer. And so we've got those with level controls right here. How we edit a channel, if I find out like channel 9, I want to name that acoustic guitar, well, I can select that channel, and then I come up here to my touch screen, and you can see that's where I'm at. Well, all I have to do is double tap where the name of it is, and you see I've got a pencil right here, and I can click that pencil. I can change the name, the color, the icon, all of that stuff right here, and it automatically saves. I don't have to click save or anything like that. And then I can hit the home button and come right back out. We have the console connected to its own network here. This is a TP-Link router, which is dedicated just to the console. This allows us to connect an iPad up to dozens of iPads if we wanted to this console for the purpose of remote control. If we go over here to the production room, we can see that we've got the iPad Pro here that was part of our installation already installed, ready to go. It is connected to the TP-Link network, and when we open it up, the app is called Stage Mix. And you can see that I am on the stream auxiliary 8 stream output, and I have full control of that mix here in the booth. Now if I went over here to auxiliary 2, you can see that auxiliary 2 is in-ear 1. If I had an iPad like this on the stage, I could adjust my own ears, in-ear monitors. Likewise, if I go to 1 is my wedges, I can adjust it on the stage if I want to there as well. Something to watch out for is this. There's a selection here where I have fader bank 1, 2, and output. So fader bank 1 is where we live. This is all of our 24 local inputs here. And so if I change it to fader bank 2, then I get channels 25 through 40. Those are only accessible if we added an expansion digital snake on the stage or something like that. So if you're not familiar with what you're looking at here, then you're probably in the wrong fader bank. So just make sure you're on fader bank 1, and everything we need is located here.